shall we?
Well, a couple questions. What does a wing commander do? I couldn't find it in the rules.
Nothing at all. Yeah, it's literally just a title. It does. Yeah,
Right.
I looked as well. It's not in there, is it at all? Which is a bit strange. But yes, it's basically just because he commands that wing of the French army.
There we go. I know what heroes do. That's all I need to worry about.
Yeah, exactly. I've got a couple of heroes as well. Anyway, welcome Steelers to this great Little Wars TV versus Storm of Steel showdown between myself and the Wargaming's premier Frenchman, Miles Reedy over there. Reedy, is it Reedy?
Right. It's Reedy, yes sir.
Reedy, there you go. I got it right first time. I've never said it out loud.
Usually people pronounce that moron, but I'm surprised you got it right on the first one.
Well, you never know. By the end of this game, I think we probably will be pronouncing it moron. We'll see. And today we are playing a virtual game of Quatre Bras, played with Blucher, the Blucher rules by Sam Mustafa, which I think are pretty famous, well known in the wargaming world. Miles has kindly agreed to take the French.
Yay, France!
You didn't really need your arm twisting for it, though, did you, Miles?
No. Yeah, actually, I make fun of the French all the time, but I love playing them in Napoleonic. It's a strange character flaw. Well,
they fight everybody, don't they? I mean, if you've got a French army, you can literally face off against everybody and everybody. It's like
if you get into Napoleonics, you should always start with the French army because they're usually on one side of the table.
Exactly. It's very rare that you see anybody matched up against anything else, isn't it?
Yeah.
Apart from maybe battles of Leipzig and things like that. But this is a much smaller game, and because it's quite a small scenario for Blucher, I thought it would be a good idea just to use this one as a virtual game between us, and just to have a little bit of competition between the two channels, I guess, as well.
Excellent.
Am I right?
Yes, my fellow channel mates are dismayed that I am representing them initially. So hopefully I acquit myself well, or you may never see me again in videos.
The problem is you're hyping me up too much, and if I lose, then it's gonna go even worse for me, isn't it? People will just stop watching.
Alex, I'm not a dumb man.
Is this what they call trash talk?
Yeah.
Right, well, you can see that I've got the table set up. So first things first is we'll have a quick look at the table and I'll show you what we've got. So I've got the little roving camera here. So I'm going to be off screen. Miles' beautiful face will be on there down in the bottom. And you'll be able to keep track of the game as we play it here. Excellent. So I'll take you over first of all. We'll have a look at the table. Now this is where I pull all the cords out. It's a bit like spaghetti junction down here with all the wires and things. Okay, so we've got the French starting off position here. Miles, you are going to decide how you want your forces set out first of all. So we'll come back to that in a second, but just to show people the actual setup of the table. So we've got here Bossau Woods. This has a track running up the centre of it, which is able to get up by any unit. A brigade can fit up there. We have a small farm, Gemicourt farm, I think it's pronounced. It's here. This can't be garrisoned normally in Blucher. This is the crossroads itself, the famous crossroads of Quatre Bras. I already have set up my 2 units that are on the table. So this is the 2nd Nassau of their 2nd Division under Bernard. That's their brigade there, defending the crossroads. And then also down here, this is the Namur Road, you can see running down here. This goes out to another little patch of urban terrain, but that again doesn't count as urban in this particular game. Neither does, I think that's Teal, it's called. And then there is the other farm down there as well, which again is not an urban thing, it's just there to show. However, in front of the road we have this marshland. This is going to be difficult going. So you'll half any movement through it. And also over here for the Dutch, I've got the 1st Dutch Belgians 2nd Division under Bielgant. And these are conscripts. You'll notice as well, these have also got attached artillery. So they get an extra dice in combat for that, because I don't have any artillery units. Before we set up Miles's, I'll just show you over here Can you see this, Miles?
I can.
This is your army, and these are all marked up with turn they start in. We start on turn 16, and it's the French first. So in 2 turns, or your second turn, you will get these 3 units, which is
the 9th Division and some foot artillery, I believe.
That's right. So we got Gautier's brigade and Jarmin's brigade, and then on turn 22, we also have, I can barely read it, Bachelou's brigade and Soy's brigade. So they come a little later on. Facing them are the Allies. Can you see?
A lot of them.
There is a lot, but these come in piecemeal, unfortunately for me. So the first one turns up on turn 17, my first turn, but then we only get 3 on turn 19, 2 on turn 21, then another 2, and we're getting towards the end of the game itself by the time we're getting towards some of these last ones. So although there is a lot, basically it means that the French have got to get into Quatre Bras quickly and hold it. So that's a tip for you there, Miles. Now, you've played the Quatre Bras scenario quite a few times, you said, haven't you?
Well, I've played it in other rules, I think at least 4 times. And the most recent was a fairly large game using General Garmet.
Okay.
And the club's history with Quatre Bras is that it's always a French victory. We've yet to have a game that the French haven't won. So it's actually a pretty, based on whoever rules it, it's a pretty tough scenario for the Allies. So I appreciate you being so gracious and giving me the easy command.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I played this a couple of times, and I think the first time the Allies won, the second time the French won. So it can be doable in Blucher. It's just how you use your units, I think.
Yep. And I think you may actually have a video about this very game using these rules and these very miniatures.
I certainly do. It was one of the first solo games I played, actually, on the channel. First solo historical games that I played. It's quite an old one. I'll see if I can dig out the link, and I'll put a link to it on the screen about now, if I can remember to do that in the editing process. We'll see.
And that was an unpaid advertisement.
It certainly was. It certainly was. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the shout out.
No, I enjoy your channel. Your channel is one of the best channels to actually watch while you're doing your hobby work, and we appreciate all the effort you put into it. So I know this is a lot of work to put this stuff out.
Well, cheers, Miles. I also I massively love Little Wars TV channel, your channel as well. Massive inspiration for me for doing any historical gaming. And I dive on any of the new releases as soon as they come out. I think it's brilliant stuff.
All right.
All right. After mutual recognition, I think shall we? Oh, there was one thing I forgot to mention before we were chatting before. As I'm the Duke of Wellington, I don't know if you looked up his specific traits, intuitive. I actually get to roll my momentum dice for myself.
And then I think I get to roll one also, or change one.
That's right, you change one, yeah. So that's quite a nice little touch. So you probably won't need those dice that you got out for the momentum dice.
Well, I'll have one out for him. And do you get it until he gets on the board, or because it actually won't matter because you only have a handful of units.
Well, I'm assuming I'm probably going to put him straight on the board, to be honest, anyway.
Well, then he's right here. He's already here.
He's already there. Okay, our first thing that we need to do is, one, you need to tell me, are you going to keep your guns in batteries, or are you going to split them up between your
I'm going to keep them in batteries.
Okay, so you've got 2 foot batteries then?
Yep.
Okay.
One's on the table now, and one will join me on turn 18.
That's right, that is correct. So you now have to set up your units, and I've put the little camera here to show you how you're setting up. The 2 dice are just there just to show you what your setup zone is. I think it's something like 2 face widths in and about.
So let's which I can't really see the unit labels.
Right.
So
if you tell me which unit you want where, and I can move them around.
All right. Let's put the heavy cavalry on my extreme left flank.
So the heavy cavalry, is that the 2nd division or the 11th?
Yeah, that's the Lahardiere with Kellerman.
Yeah. Right, so they are operating as a separate.
Yep. They require two momentum points anytime I want to move.
That's right.
And then we'll put them there. I assume that's the guard.
Do you want them far forward?
Yeah. Everyone's going to be as far forward as they can be.
Okay. So that's about there, yes.
And let's put the 2 infantry brigades next. They can just go right next to one another.
Any particular one? They're both pretty similar.
They're the same. So let's go 1-5-2-5.
Yeah.
And then let's go with the artillery.
Yep.
Yeah, switch the artillery with those 2 cavalry. All right, let's put the light cavalry there, and then we'll have the guard right behind the infantry. In between the 2 infantry. We'll start
between the 2, like that?
Yep.
You happy with that then?
I'm happy with that.
So let's just quickly go over it again. So you've got your 11th Cavalry, the Hettier here. Then you've got Campi Brigade here, Hussar Brigade here, your Foot Artillery, your 2nd Cavalry Division, Pierre, and then your Guard Light Cavalry.
Yep. I'm just writing it down on my little sheet here so I can keep track of it spatially.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem with playing virtual games. It's difficult to keep up. If you need me to, just tell me where to move the camera to.
All right.
And I will shift it to wherever you need it to be.
Well, I think I can probably keep a pretty good idea now. I kind of know the order, and we'll see how that works.
Yeah. One of the good things about virtual games is you feel you have a lot more fog of war in it.
Yeah, that's one of the things I like. You feel more like a commander in the 19th century game.
Absolutely.
You don't have perfect information.
Exactly. I mean, you'd only be able to see so much of the table anyway, or the field, battlefield, and telling the difference between units at that point is really difficult anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yes. Right. So you move first. We said on turn 16.
All right. So I'll let you roll my dice.
I'm not going to show you this.
Yeah. And one thing for Blucher is each turn is a single player. So I do 16, and then it's turn 17 for Alex and those nasty British.
That's it, exactly. And normally in Blucher as well, when you get reinforcements, you have to roll for them. In this particular scenario, we're not doing it. It's literally they will arrive where they're supposed to arrive, because it's a historical scenario, so it's slightly different. Right, I need to roll these dice somewhere where you're not going to see them.
I can't. If you move them to your right, I'm pretty sure I can't see them.
Let's see if I can. I don't think you'll be able to see them here.
I think I'll be fine.
Right, I've got them. So we're on 2 momentum dice. So the way Blucher works is your opponent rolls the dice for you, and this is how many points you've got in the game to play through. So each unit costs a certain amount of points to activate. So Miles, over to you.
All right. For my first use of momentum points, I'm going to move Laherdier's Heavy Cavalry on my extreme left flank. Let's do a reserve move.
I'm going to stop you right there. First of all, you have to do your core move. So you have to move everybody in a core first of all.
Cheating already.
Well, the French, what do you expect?
I will do a core move of everyone else. And let's do a reserve move as far forward as we can get.
Okay.
Kind of angle them so they kind of don't bump into that rough ground.
Okay. So you've got a choice. Well, this is just a decoration, so don't worry about that. The only rough ground is the farm itself.
Yeah.
Everything else.
And then the swamp over to the swamp
over there,
at the end of the table. Yeah. So they're going to kind of fill that gap in between there, and they'll go around the.
So they're going up this way here. Yes. Okay. So you've got 2 choices. Well, it costs you 1 momentum point per unit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if you're moving everything.
Yep. I am.
And you've got 2 choices in your movement. You can do a difficult move or a simple move. The simple move is you pivot first and then move directly forward. A difficult move is only 1 base width or 3 inches, and that will you can move in any direction.
And I think I can do a reserve move.
You can do a reserve move.
Yeah, so I will do a reserve move for all of them, which allows me to move a lot faster. But I can't get within 12
4
inches,
base.
4 base widths of any enemy unit.
That's it. And this is your closest enemy unit over here.
Yeah.
So that's your basically that's your point there. So you'll be able to get all the way up to the road up to here. So you're happy with me?
Please do.
Yeah. Just happy with them all coming up this way. Yeah.
Yeah, and let's kind of angle the infantry over a little bit more. Oh no, you're doing perfectly. That's fine. I'm sorry.
You're happy with those?
Yeah.
I'll set it up so you can see.
Yeah.
You're the same with the artillery, yeah?
Yep, that's perfect. That's where I want the artillery.
Let me just squeeze them together. So, and also cav as well, yes.
Yep.
I'll just say you're just on the edge of that rough ground, so you're not being taken over by it. And same with those as well. Then, so that's your.
Yeah, let's put the cavalry, the guard cavalry, back a little bit so we can pivot. There you go. Just in case I need to turn when you turn my flank with that, powerful Dutch conscript unit up at the other end of the table.
They will. I'm sure they'll stand their ground against this mass assault of French already. So yeah, that's it. Your reserve move is a nice move for getting you across the table quickly.
Yep. And I think if you kind of move if you move that kind of arc, I think I can move the extreme right my flank up a little bit more. Because I've got in this game your base widths are 36 inches, so I can kind of fan them up a little bit. So I'm going to need as much advantage as I get. It's a little gamey, but hell, I'm trying.
That's fine, don't worry. So yeah, it's something like that. You're a bit further forward than I had you. I was cheating for you. So there you go.
I would expect nothing less from a British commander.
It's what we do. It's what we do.
All right.
So you've now
spent. I believe I've used 5 momentum points.
You have used 5 momentum points.
Alex will check the total that he rolled, and one of two things: he'll tell me I can keep going, or he'll say my turn is over.
And you can keep going.
I'd like to use 2 more momentum points to move Laherdier up to fill that gap on the line.
So right next to Campy's brigade, yes.
Yep.
In between where the woods are, yeah. Like that.
Yep.
Just check if you are. You can get him a little further forward if you like.
Let's do that. That's good. Perfect.
Right. Okay. So this is how the French are looking at the moment. Very threatening. Obviously.
Have we won yet?
Close. You're close.
Okay. I was just hoping. I was hoping for an early knockout.
He's getting there. Just to reiterate, I don't think we mentioned this already, but I can't remember if I mentioned the objectives for Miles is to capture Quatre Bras itself, make sure it's clear of Allied units and have a French unit in there, and also to capture the Namur road as well. If there is one Allied unit on the road, then it is contested, so the French have to completely clear that as well. It's quite a big ask, really, but it can be done because I played a game with Tim from Napoleonic Wargaming channel. I don't know if you're aware of that channel, Miles.
I'm not.
Check him out, it's good. He does some very good introductions to Napoleonic Wargaming. And I gamed with him down at our local club, and we played this together, and he won. Of course he would. He's got a channel called Napoleonic Wargaming, of course he would. So, just to show you, there's the dice. 3 and a 4.
That's a very average roll.
It is, and you were perfectly on it because you spent 7 momentum. Just one more thing to mention there on Blucher: when if you move 8 individual units, then it costs you 2 momentum. If you move them together as a corps, it costs you 1 momentum per unit. Okay, so that's turn 1.
Turn 16.
Turn 16, because this game starts halfway through the day because Ney was late. So let me just mark off what turn we're on, and we run through until turn 30.
Sadly, Ney may have been the bravest of the brave, but he was not the smartest of the smart.
You could say that. Okay then, Miles, over to you. And this time it's my momentum dice. However, because, well, it's over to me, isn't it? Because I'm Wellington and I have the skill Intuitive, I can actually roll my own dice. But Miles rolls one of the dice, or you can re-roll one of the dice. And I also know what the dice are. So I've got 8.
All right. I'm going to re-roll that 5. And I've got
Sure
this
you are.
secret cup here and my little
Go on.
dice rolling thing. Let's see what happens. All right. We're good to go.
Okay,
So
so I
you see
know.
the cup there, so the cup never moves during the turn. There we go.
Okay, so I know I've got at least a 3. But I've also got another advantage is in that I can actually activate everything as a same core, as long as they're in one base width of one another.
Yeah.
So it's a lot cheaper for me to activate all of my army. But I'm not going to do a core activation. I'm going to do a couple of individual activations. I'm going to prepare Bildans. So what that means is they're basically going into square, or they're forming up, so they'll be ready against any cavalry attacks. I'm not going to bother preparing these.
They're in an urban area, so they're kind of already.
They're already prepared. Yeah, it gives me no advantages. They're already facing all flanks. Yeah, prepared basically gets rid of any flank or rear attacks. And I have to be activated to do that, so that's cost me 2 points.
You may continue.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to bring on my first reserves. This is Merlin, the 2nd Netherland Light Cavalry, and these arrive on the road to Brussels. And they arrive onto the table up to 2 base widths in from their deployment zone, so here basically. And that's cost me another 2 points to bring those on.
Yep. And you're done.
And I am done, yes. I had a 3. What did you have?
I rolled a 1 for you. Let me see if I can angle this. There you go. Can you see it?
I can see it.
There you go.
I trust you anyway. You've got a very trusting face, Miles.
Well, I'm a venture capitalist, so you know you can trust me.
Absolutely.
My nose may have gotten longer as I said those words. All right, excellent. Now we're on to turn 18.
Okay, so the French, I'll roll your dice for you. Let's see what we get. Ooh, double 1. Oh no, I shouldn't have said that.
Oh no! You're playing mind games with me. That's not fair. All right, and I've got some reinforcements to come on this turn that I'll need to pay. Now, how do you want to handle that? Are they all 2 points each to come on?
No, they can come on as a core, so they can come on. They'll just cost.
Okay, so
actually,
1 point each if I do a core move.
Actually, I think we're supposed to do reserves in the status mode. I don't think they actually cost anything to come on, to be honest. So
I didn't think so either. I think you cheated yourself a little earlier.
But I didn't need to do anything else, so I'm all right with that. So yeah, yours can just arrive. They just arrive literally where.
All right. Well, why don't we go ahead and put those gentlemen on, and that'll be their move for the turn. Okay. And they got to come on that road.
They are. What I'll do is I'll grab them, and then you can decide the order of march.
Infantry first, artillery in the rear, and the infantry brigades are the same. So let's go 1929.
Yeah, they are. Do you want to deploy your commander as well?
Eventually, if I want to do a command move.
So you want infantry first, then the artillery.
Yes, sir.
And these come on 4 base widths. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're just to the back of the farm.
Yeah.
You don't mind which goes front and which goes back, do you?
Let's go 1929. That just helps me keep track of them.
On my base things, it doesn't tell me which is 19 and which is 29.
Okay, so let's go Gautier first.
Gautier, yeah. Benjamin, yes. And then the foot.
And by the way, it is a legal requirement for members of Little Wars TV channel to butcher French pronunciation. We do it with glee, and I'll be doing it all game long.
Hey, don't worry. Britain is 22 miles away from France, and we delight in butchering their language as well. So don't worry about that.
All right.
I think it's part of our law, actually.
It could be. It could be. And if I think if I could plop Ney in that middle unit in the front of my line, I can probably get away with a command move and get everybody to go at one time.
Yes, you can. So I'll grab Ney. So
I'll do that rather than take the chance.
Okay.
That I can't, if I do a core, I'll use 5. And then you might have rolled less than 5. So this way I can get everybody to move at one time. But then my turn is over because I used the command.
Yeah, it just ends it automatically.
Yeah. And if you could, for that nasty little light cavalry unit, if you put like the stick in front of it, so I know how far 12 4 base widths are.
This is the 11th Cavalry.
No, yes. Your cavalry unit in the back.
My cavalry back.
Yeah.
That is my charge distance.
All right. I can leave that down there. That
so
way
you can see that.
Yeah, because I can only move my infantry up 2 base widths. I think they're going to be outside of your charge width, so I don't have to worry about preparing my infantry if you come charging into me.
Yeah, I think you will be. I think you'll be. If you come forward, yeah, you're quite a way away.
All right, let's move the infantry up 2 base widths, exactly like that.
Are you? You're just going heading straight forward, or are you pivoting?
I'm heading straight forward. There's not a lot of elegance in my command structure.
They're coming on in the same old way.
And the other infantry, same thing. Let's just keep that guy company.
Yeah. And Ney is sticking with that infantry unit here.
Yes, he is. All right, and
happy with that.
The heavy cav on the left. Let's have them kind of move up and. I'm sorry, the heavy cav. There you go. My left. Let's have them move up and fill that gap.
Now they are going to be going through rough ground here.
Yep. So they can only move 2.
They can only move 2. That's right. There you go. So they are currently in rough ground. So that means at the moment they can't actually charge.
All right. Can we angle the infantry over a little bit so they're in the clear?
You want the infantry further over?
Yeah. There you go. Oh, I've destroyed the terrain.
No, it's just Ney ran off. That's all. There we go. They're in the clear.
All right. And let's move that artillery up to the crest of the hill.
Okay. So then we'll get to approximately there.
Yeah. Let's advance that cavalry on the far right side, 4 base widths across the road.
4 base widths across the road?
Yep.
So are you pivoting and moving forward?
Yep.
Something like this?
Yep. As long as I'm 12 base widths away from your cavalry.
Let's just check for you. You're in charge distance of those there, so do you want them a little bit further over?
Let's move them a little further over.
Okay, I don't know if you can see this pretty well, so I'm just
Blucher, yeah, one thing in Blucher, when you move, if you do a non-difficult regular move, you pivot and then you move forward and you can't change your facing.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, you're actually outside of my 45-degree charge arc anyway.
Okay, well, then we'll for outside that, but you can turn and charge.
So you're there anyway. So you're
yeah, perfect, done. And then the guard cavalry.
Hang on a second. I'll move them across for you because if I turn, I can charge you. So I'll move them there. So they definitely can't be charged. That's what you're after, isn't it?
And then the guard cavalry. Let's go ahead and have them follow that light cavalry around.
So towards the hill?
Yes, sir.
Something like this.
Yep.
Okay, well, 4 base widths is going to hit them right on top of the foot artillery, so they'll stop just behind the foot artillery. Right. Something like that?
That'll work. Done.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, you didn't have the space to get over the artillery there, I'm afraid.
Yep. So one thing in Blucher is you can move through units, I believe, but you can't rest on top of them.
Yes, you can't.
So it does become a bit of a traffic management game.
It does. That's the thing, isn't it? We're ordering brigades here, so it's not as though it's just individual men moving about. Yeah. This is 10,000 men basically. Oh,
and by the way, your miniatures are superb. Oh my gosh, there's an English Panther on the table. This is not fair.
Yeah, this is our secret weapon, the little Panther tank. Don't worry, we'll get rid of her. She's desperate to get out of the loft window. Go down there, Tiny. Okay, I don't think there's anything else you can do, is there? If you move, you can't fire.
I did a command move. I'm done.
Yes, you didn't move on, so that ends the turn. So,
And
as we said,
everybody moves, so no one can fire.
So that's your turn 18 over. So straight on to turn 19. I have some reinforcements. Cheers, Tiny. I've got 3 reinforcements coming in. But because these come in before I get to move, as you say, it becomes a traffic issue more than anything else. So I'm just going to push these on here. What have we got? So I've got the Hanoverians, I've got Kempt and Pack. But these have got some good skills. They've got firepower and skirmish and steady.
And you got to roll your momentum dice.
I do. That's what I'm going to do next. Just working out my order of march for these guys. So they're basically pushed up against behind those Dutch cavalry, which I need to get shifted as soon as possible. Right, my momentum dice. So can you see that?
I can see the top of it. Go for it. They're perfect.
There we are.
Look at that branded dice thing. Oh, I think I already rolled that 6.
There we go, 6 and a 3. Because you
There
always
we
roll
go.
6s in the Storm of Steel dice roller.
All right, we're done.
Okay. I'm assuming I'm keeping the 3 and you're re-rolling that 6.
I did.
Okay. Right.
But this time, let's not cheat you and charge you for your reinforcements.
Good idea. Now firing. I don't think I'm not in red. Well, I can't fire out of urban anyway, can I?
Nope.
If I'm in there, so they can't do anything. So I'm going to. I can't activate the reinforcements, can I, as they come in?
Yep.
That's the problem. Actually, what I can do is I can push forward 2 of them. There's one that's blocked behind the cavalry, but these 2 can come forward a bit.
That's right.
So I'm going to do that. So that's my reinforcement turn. The only thing I can do is really, I'm going to activate the cavalry, and they're going to do an easy move, and they're going to pivot toward your cav here, and then move towards them as well. So I'm going to do that as an individual move, so that's going to cost me 2.
All
I'm
right.
also going to bring the Duke on as well. So he's here as well. Now the thing with the Duke of Wellington, not only is he intuitive, so he knows what his dice rolls are, but he also has he's mobile as well. So he can do a command. What's the word?
Without ending the turn.
Yeah, he doesn't end the turn when he does his command. So I can get everybody within 4 base widths of him to do something, and I can carry on doing stuff afterwards. So that's really all I've done, I think, Miles. That's all I can do.
All right. Well, I rolled a 2, so you had 5 points.
5 points, okay. Well, the Allies, when it starts off, they don't really get a great deal. It takes a little while for their momentum to start moving. The French, you're pretty much already on the table at this point, aren't you?
Yeah, I've got everybody except my 2 big brigades who come on and another turn.
That's it. They won't be on until turn 22, so yeah, it's not this turn, it's the turn after. So, it's up to me to roll your momentum dice.
Yes. I have no reinforcements this turn.
Nope.
Gosh, your miniatures are so well done. It's a pleasure to play with them, even from across the Atlantic.
Thank you very much. They were a long time in making these. 4 years it took me to put this lot together.
Well, I think you can do all of Waterloo, so this is just a tiny fraction of the amount.
It is. I think I added them all up, and I think there's something like 7,000 individual figures. But I still haven't done the Prussian army yet. So there's still probably maybe around another 3,000 of those to go as well. So I've rolled your momentum dice.
All right, now I don't know. Okay, what do you think, Augustus? Where do we go? You want to go that way? Got it. All right, I'm going to get you down here because you look a little bored. All right, hold on a second. We just got a new puppy, so he's pretty much dominating our lives right now.
Of course, there's nothing wrong with that.
All right, so I have no reinforcements. Let's see here. I think I will. You know, it's no fun unless you attack.
Absolutely, I agree with that. I don't like defending.
So is that lone infantry brigade way in the rear? Is that shootable from my artillery unit on the hill there?
Which one?
The one on the top, the one in the back, on the. There you go. That's one. Yes, sir.
Yes, you are. You're definitely in range.
All right. And which unit is that?
That is, I think it's packed.
I can't shoot now. I have to do all my movement first.
That's right. Yes, it's pack. It's the 9th Brigade of the 5th Division.
He's a unit I would prefer to whittle down.
Yeah, I think you probably need to. He's starting on an Elan of 7.
All right. So let's see here.
Better than the French.
Yep. And now I've made I have already made one of what will likely be many errors in that I've allowed my cavalry. Is my cavalry within command range for a corps move? I think it is. Is it one? No, it's not. It's one base width, right?
It's one base width. Yeah, you're away from it.
All right. So if I do a corps move, I can do the 4 units in the front there, but I have to spend extra points to end the guard cap. So I'm going to do a corps move.
Okay.
And use up 5 points.
That's right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, if your guns are firing, that's not.
They're not going to move, but I use 4 points. Excuse me.
Yeah. So 4 points.
And the infantry are just going to charge in. They're going to move up. I don't think they'll get there. If you couldn't shoot me, I can't get there. Oh, you?
No, I can't shoot you because I'm in terrain. But you can actually get in. You can make contact.
Can both brigades get there?
I think they probably can.
All right.
Yeah, you can charge within the 45 degree of your arc of view, so both of them will be able to get in.
Yep.
So you're actually attacking into Quatre Bras itself.
Yep.
Look at that.
All right. And then I will angle my cavalry, the heavy cav. They're going to pivot to your left.
This is the guard cav, yeah?
No, this is the heavy. No, I can't.
The heads here.
Yeah, so they're a separate unit, so I can't do anything with them. So the guard cab, I need to finish that move. And the guard cab.
These can all operate under the same core. These 4, remember.
I thought the heavy cab couldn't.
No, you're right. Yes, they can. They're a separate unit. Yeah. I do apologise. Yeah.
I'll do enough cheating for myself, Alex. Don't help me along.
At least it shows I'm not cheating, doesn't it?
Yeah. Let's just go ahead and see if we can put paid to that cavalry unit there. Let's have the guard cav charge them.
They'll hit.
Can they hit him in the flank?
They'll hit him.
All right. And what the heck? Well, let's.
Now, I'm just thinking about firing with your guns. That is just less than a base width wide, so I don't know if your guns are going to be able to fire through that.
That's okay. We'll save that ammunition for another turn.
Yeah.
I think you may have to have a hard decision about going into a prepared position soon.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So that has used up 4 of your 3 of your
3
momentum dice.
And do I have any left?
Let me just check.
You could have rolled a 2. I might be done.
No, you don't. Actually, you're on 3.
All right.
I did only roll 3. Yeah, there we are. I wonder if you could see that. Yes, you rolled a 3. Very low. Very poor. Very poor. For
very historically accurate.
I don't know. You've managed to get into an attack in both of these.
So let's do the cav one first.
You are getting a bit crowded down on the bottom, aren't you?
Yep.
Okay. Combat in Blucher is quite simple, really. We basically roll however many dice for our Elan at this particular time. There's a couple of additions here and there as well. So, for example, you are shock, so you get a +1 dice.
Yep.
And I have nothing, so I'm rolling 5 dice. You are rolling 8 plus your shock,
which is 9.
so that's 9 dice. And every 4 and above is a hit, and then we did see how many hits compared to how many misses there are. Each hit.
Here we go.
I don't know if you can see my. See what we got. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, I've got 1.
I've got 5.
5. Right, so it's the difference between the two. I caused 1 Elan on you. No.
I get 1 because I attack, don't I? I always burn 1 automatically.
You burn 1 automatically, yeah. So you're down to 7 now. I'll mow these off. I lose 4 because I lose the difference between the two.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm already down to 1, and 1 means that I can't actually charge because I'm fatigued and I'm close to breaking. I retreat up to, I think, is it 2 base widths?
It's 2 base widths.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know if Cavalry's further or not.
No, I think everybody's the same there. I bounce back off you 2 base widths. And because I'm there on top of a unit, I have to fall back even further. And I can't actually fall back. Closest I can fall back to is behind that unit, which is off the table. So you've broken a unit. First one.
Alright, and my cavalry on the flank there.
Let me just slide these down.
This attack will go either really well or really poorly for me.
1 second, you are able to follow up with your light cavalry if you want to, up to 1 base width.
Let's have him go up and just pivot a little bit towards you.
So,
but let's say outside of shooting. There you go, perfect. That's it.
Like okay,
that's all.
Training them as well. And also the other thing as well to remember is that if you get to the army break point, the opponent wins. So if you lose, we both have a break point of 6. So the first one to reach 6 destroyed units also wins the game anyway.
And see, this is my strategy of leaving my really good units behind, so you can't get to them, Alex. That's why I had you. That's why I had you roll very low for my command.
It's all part of the plan, yeah.
Yeah.
This could be over very quickly if you're able to run riot with the Guard cavalry.
Well, no, but the really good thing about these rules is I can't run riot because each time I attack, you lose a little bit. You take a casualty. So eventually, I've got 3 or 4 good charges out of these guys.
That's it, yeah, and then they're blown, and you've got to withdraw them. Because that's another thing I always forget to do as well as part of these rules is to actually withdraw units off the table when their elan is really low. Because if you withdraw them, you don't lose them as part of the breaking rules. You're able to save them basically. It weakens your army overall, but it stops your army morale falling.
Yeah. I think my favorite part of these rules is the momentum dice and the kind of the way they do command friction. I always like Napoleonic games like General d'Armée that have a elegant command friction.
Yeah, I've always thought these are an incredibly elegant set of rules and relatively simple as well. You know, it really cuts out a lot of the clutter of Napoleonic gaming that you sometimes find in a lot of rules. You know, with different formations and things, they're all, because it's brigade level, you're not really concerned with that. Because they're supposed to be doing what they're supposed to do, you know, they leave them to it basically at a small level. Okay, so that's 1 unit down for the British allies, poor Dutch, and you're now attacking
into the main objective. Which
so
you've got high quality troops there.
I don't, unfortunately. I have I have the Nassau, which are very brave, but you know, they're not the greatest troops on the table.
All right.
So because you've got 2 units going in, you roll both of those dice, but you put them both together. So you've got 12.
And I will already mark off my casualty on each of them because they're both charging in.
That's right. Yeah, they already taken in Elan off.
Yep.
I am starting with 6 dice. However, I am also over strength, so that gives me a +1.
Yep.
+1 dice. That takes me up to 7. I am also. Can you see my dice tray there? Yeah, you can.
Yep.
I'm also got attached artillery, so that adds another 1 as well. So that takes me up to 8. Also, I'm in prepared positions in the urban area. I'm garrisoning it. So that's another 2 for me. So I'm currently on 10 now.
Yep.
So it's not as good as you thought, is it?
No, but I got 12 dice, so we'll see.
You do have 12 dice, but you're also fighting in rough terrain. So that's 1 dice off each of your brigades. So that's another 2 dice off.
So it's even Stevens.
It is 10 versus 10.
I don't like it when it's even Stevens.
It's hard to get people out of urban areas.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not this time, because I've only got 2.
And I've only got 3, but that's enough.
Oh wow, that's easy enough. Right, okay, so I lose 1 elan. You've already lost yours anyway.
Yep.
Because you're tight. Because we have the difference between them. And I'm pushed out. 2 base widths back. So I'll just displace my man. And you can now follow up.
And I will follow up with, I can only put 1 unit in there. I'm going to put the unit that is on your left. That one will follow up into Quatre Bras. No, I'm sorry, you're right. Yes.
So this one here.
No, the other one. The one in the center. There you go. That one, please.
There we go.
And now they're a garrison.
They are a garrison. So I've got to now force you out. So that's good. So Quatre Bras has fallen straight away. At least the Namur Road is still in Allied hands.
And Bernard took a loss also, right?
Bernard, yes, he did.
All right. I've got a little cheat sheet here so I can keep track.
The not cheating sheet. Yeah, I'm down onto 5 because you beat me by 1. It was 3 against 2. Right. So you beat me by 1, and I was pushed back.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so I'm leading in the game now. Oh, look, the power's flickering.
Are we playing yesterday's game? Are we where your power went down? just at the edge of when you're just about to tip me over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So
your turn, sir.
Right. So I'll roll my momentum dice. I've got a 4 and a 3.
Oh, ooh.
I assume you're re-rolling the 4, yeah?
I'm going to re-roll the 4. The odds say I should re-roll the 4. So let's see. Let's see if we do it. All right. I don't know if the odds worked in my favor or not.
That sounds good.
But you may go, sir.
Do I have? That's a question. Do I have anybody turning up on this one? We're on turn 21. Yes,
you do.
I do.
You have Cram.
I do. I have Cram, the Brunswick Cavalry. So I can squeeze them in there, and I also have the rest of the Brunswicks, which is Butler. So he will come in there. And I am going to do a commander move with Wellington, who is here. So he can command anybody within his radius. The only ones that I can command though are the ones that are on the table, so the 4 that are already on. So that's these guys here. So I am going to pile. I'm going to shove the Nassau back in with pack back into Quatre Bras itself.
Mm-hmm.
So those 2 are attacking there. I'm going to move these ones forward. These are in rough ground, so there's not much. I can't get further forward than 1 base width there, so I'm bringing those forward. And then I also have Kempt and his brigade. They can move, and these are going to lend support to the attack on Quatre Bras itself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit crushed in here. This is the problem with this scenario for the Allies. I may have got a lot of men coming in, but they're all coming into that same one funnel, so it's just really difficult to, like you say, it's traffic management at this point. Okay. So
any other moves?
I haven't got anything else I can move or want to move. So we're back at the fight at Quatre Bras itself. So let's work it out.
All right.
I have. Unless you do your defence first of all. You're starting with 5.
5, and I get 2.
And you get 2. So that's 7, isn't it, in total?
Yep. There we go. There's my 7.
Okay, brilliant. I've got, first of all, I've got the 9th Brigade, 5th Division under pack. They start with a 7. So 2, 4, 6, 7. They've also got guns as well, detached artillery, so that takes them up to 8. They have firepower, but that's only effective in firing.
Yep.
And skirmishes as well. But they are steady.
Which is useful if I attack them.
That's it. Steady is when you attack. But they are under strength, so I lose 1. However, I also have the Nassau. They're starting on 5 because they didn't lose as many as they probably should have done last turn. They've got attached artillery, and they are also over strength, so that takes them to 7. However, both of them are attacking into the urban, so I'll lose 1 dice off each of those. So what's your total there, Miles?
I have 7 dice. 7 brave French dice.
I've got 12 upstanding Anglo-Allied dice.
I think you meant to say scum of the earth dice.
Oh, that's much better.
I have 4.
Oh, I've got a few more than 4. I
All
have
right.
6,
I got a pen
7.
in my hand.
I've got 7.
So I take 3 losses.
You take 3 losses. I take a loss on each of mine as well. 1, 2, 3. You are pushed back.
Which one was that? Sound or campy?
This is Huson.
All right.
So they're pushed back 2.
All right.
So you're back down the road. Get down that road. And they are now on 2 on their elan.
Got it. I got them on my 2.
I'm going to move Pack into there, who is steady, but I lose 1 off both of those off their elan. So currently Pack is on 6 now, and the Nassau are on 4, the orange men.
Now this is when his steady trait will come in handy because he'll get an extra dice when I have to attack to try to get him out of it.
Yeah, it's quite. I think they're going to be quite difficult to get out. Famous last words. Of course, as soon as I say that, they will get pushed straight out with ease. So that was that's my turn over, I think, isn't it?
It is, and quite a successful turn it was.
How many elan did I have anyway? I can't remember.
You had 5. I rolled 5.
2. You rolled a 2. Okay. So you were poker facing me then.
Yeah.
Right. Let's just have a look where we're at. We are now on. That was turn 21. So we're now on turn 22. So we get some more French.
Hooray, French!
So these are your larger units. I believe, yeah, these are both over strength. So you've got Bodin and Soy.
Let's just stack them up to the south, the bottom edge of the guys who are already there on the road.
Okay, so
Yep.
Well, it's 2, isn't it? So basically,
is it 4 or 2 or 4?
It is 4, isn't it? I'm sure it's 4. We'll go with 4. We said 4 before.
I'm just being really gamey. It's my only hope.
That's fine. That's fine. Don't worry. I expected nothing less.
All right.
I've watched your videos. Okay, so this is that's your current reserve at the moment.
Okay.
As you can see, you're getting a little bit battered about up here around Quatre Bras itself. So let me get your momentum dice rolled. Out of the way. Okay, over to you.
All right. Let's see here. Well, I know I can't shoot with the guys who are up front.
No, you can't fire into, only artillery can fire into.
I think they could shoot at the people in the woods to the south, at the bottom of the edge of the map.
These chaps here.
Yeah.
You thinking about firing with these ones here?
I'm thinking if I could. I can't
Yeah.
see whether I can or not. I don't know.
Yes, you can.
They look like more than half mast. Maybe I can.
I think
No,
you
I
can.
can't.
All right, if you don't, I'm happy to.
Well,
let
I
you
think
fire.
more than half of them are kind of staring at Quatre Bras itself.
Fair enough.
So I'm going to retrograde those gentlemen. Here, I'm going to do a core move. I think I can get everybody in the core because I think they all look to be within 2 base widths of one another.
Which one's this? Is this the? I'm assuming this is the
second corps, the 2 infantry, the artillery, and the 2 cav. Nope, up front. There we go.
Ones?
Yeah.
In the thick of the fighting. You have to be within 1 base width, remember?
Oh, 1 base width. Okay.
Yeah. So you are actually the only ones that are in core currently are your cavalry. The head is separate.
Got it. Let's do a core move for those 2 cavalry units along the road.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, who should they charge? I think they should charge. Who is that infantry unit right at the edge?
Infantry units at the edge. This one here.
At the other edge. There you go. Nope, back one more up.
This is cavalry. This is hussar. This is Cram. Sorry, the Brunswick Hussars.
All right. Let's have both of those cavalry units charge those guys.
God, you're such a swine. Of course you will. They're both hits.
Yep.
So they will crack in there, and they will crack in there.
All right, that's 2.
That's 2 points.
All right. For another 2 points, and this is where it gets a little dicey because I may not have any more. I'd like to do a complex move and back off the infantry right in front of Quatre Bras and have them kind of move into the woods there.
Don't forget, if you do this, you can't do any more core moves.
I don't need a core move.
Okay, so you're moving on to the individual moves now, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so you want these, I guess, facing towards Quatre Bras itself?
Yes, I just want to kind of back them away and put them in some cover.
So you'll get to about there.
Yeah.
Because you can only move 1 base width. But you're in cover.
All right, so now I've used 4 points.
That's right.
And then I'm going to plop Ney down with all of those guys in the rear.
Okay.
And do a commander move.
Okay.
And then if I think I can still do a reserve move, maybe I can.
I think you can. Yeah, you can. You can still get up the road.
Yeah.
Because you're out of sight. Don't forget, 2 of these have just come on as.
Yeah, they can't do anything. But
yeah.
Let's go ahead and move those guys up.
So these are going to get up to here. These clopped them all the way back. And said, "Come on, get going. Move it." You happy with him there?
Yeah, I think that's perfect.
That's a good range for him.
Oh, I screwed up. That's okay.
How?
I was going to try to remove that heavy cavalry, but I can't now because I popped my leaving out. So we're done.
Yes, the Lehetier, they're kind of sat baying at the ground.
Well, they're going to look there very threatening if anybody comes forward.
They are very threatening. I don't like them. Okay. So that ends your turn, or ends your momentum. And you had, I don't know if you can see that, 7 dice.
Yep. Okay.
7 score. All right, so we've got this attack by the dastardly French on the cavalry over here. So let's have a look at that. We'll top that up and see what happens. Yeah, I think one of the things I do like a lot about Blucher is, once you've played a couple of rounds of it, you remember the rules very well, and they're very simple when it comes to combat. Yeah. So the game actually flows pretty quickly after a couple of turns, even with new players.
And I feel like I actually know what's going on, so I think it works really well for a remote game.
Yeah.
Now later on, I'm going to claim, as I lose, I'm going to claim it was all obfuscated. I didn't know what was going on. But in reality, that's not the case.
Of course, I would expect nothing less from you.
All right.
Right.
I think
Okay.
the French have 13 dice.
So you've got 7, yes, with the heavy cav, and then 6 with Pierre. So that takes you up to 13. However, you've also got shock from the guard lancers.
Oh, 14.
So,
We forgot to add that last time.
No, we put it in.
Okay.
I'm sure I put it in. Or did I? Maybe we did forget it.
It doesn't matter.
Either way, it doesn't matter. You knock them off the table. What more do you want? You're trampling on their corpses at this point now. This is not fun. Right, I've got 6, but unfortunately I'm under strength, so that drops me down to 5. I've got nothing else. I've got a good, reasonable feeling that I'm going to lose this.
All right.
So
I only have 12 dice, so I'm going to roll 12 first, and then I'll re-roll 2 that didn't make it. Oh, I see a 6. That's not fair. You're cheating.
Yeah, unfortunately it's not
Oh
box
my
cards.
God. This is a good roll.
Yeah. You need anything above 2, and it's going to be a good roll for you.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8.
9.
8 against 2.
Oh, not done yet.
Oh,
10, 11.
what? Get a quick picture of that before the Brunswick cavalry disappear. So, how many have you got in total?
11.
11. I've got 2. So so what's that? That's 9 difference. You've obliterated the Brunswick cavalry. There's no point even marking that off. So that's my second loss. You only need to destroy 4 more units. Do you want to follow up?
I do. I'd like to follow up with the guard cavalry, please. And they would pivot to face the road.
So something like this, yeah?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. So we've got...
They should be down to 6.
That's right. And Pierre is down to 5.
5.
Well, this is not going good, having the French cavalry in my rear running amok. As I said. So this is it looks like you're cutting me off, but at least I'm holding Quatre Bras, and that's the main thing at the moment.
Well, you've got a very good unit in Quatre Bras.
Indeed. Okay, so that's the French turnover, isn't it?
Yep, we're now at 23.
Oh,
You have yet more reinforcements.
I do, but can I even get them on? Well, actually, what happens is if I get reinforcements on there, we'll contact you and they knock you back. But I've got these are coming in from the road from Nivelles, so these are coming in through the woods instead, and up to 4 base widths. So let me get these. And who do we have? We have Hauket. Is Augustus enjoying himself?
He is enjoying himself. I'm going to have to untangle him because he's very good at getting himself tangled up here. All right, Augustus, I'm going to need you to help me figure this out.
Right, so it's my momentum for turn 23. Yep. Sorry, closing down those turns, and you are smashing me at the moment. I really don't like it. Right, let's see. So my momentum is 12 boxcars.
I'm going to re-roll one.
I thought you might.
Oh, all right, we're good.
Right, okay.
You keep your paw on there, Augustus, so I don't cheat.
Can I contact you there? I could push the Hanoverians into you, but I know it might be a bit dicey. I'm going to do a corps move using Wellington. A commander move using Wellington. So that's basically everybody here in this area. I am going to can I get out of here? That's the question. I'm going to bring the Nassau. Now, if I go through Quatre Bras, I can only go one square, one one base width. Right. Well, first of all, I've got these. These can charge you.
All right.
Charging doesn't include being in rough ground, does it? You can just do it if you're within.
If they're cavalry, I think you can't, but if they're infantry, you can.
Yeah, they're infantry, so yes, they can. So they're going to charge into you.
But you can only move one. If you if charging, you move two no matter what. You're right.
Yeah, it doesn't. Terrain doesn't count, but you have to contact, don't you? I will also prepare these 3 at the back. Because I don't like the look of those lancers. So that's cost me 4. And I'm doing nothing else. I'm just going to get prepared.
Well, I re-rolled a 1. I got lucky, so you're done.
Right. So what we've got is this attack by the brave Hanoverians against the dastardly French of Campy's brigade.
Yep.
So you're already damaged. So you're on a 5 starting, and that's all you get, isn't it? I
think you get a reduction for the terrain.
Yes, I get -1. So I'm starting on a 4, and that comes down to 5. Sorry, I'm starting on a 5, and that comes down to 4.
All right.
It's been a long battle already. But I also hang on. I've also got an attached gun, so I get a +1.
All right. Well, I rolled 3 successes.
3 successes. Well, that one's cocked. So far there's no successes. 0 successes. So you take 3 off me, and I bounce back facing away from you.
I think I only take 2 off you.
Oh, it's only 2.
Because for attacking, you don't. That's the one benefit for attacking.
That's it. Yes, you only yes. I always forget that you do. But I fall back, and I'm facing to the rear. You lose 1 as well anyway, don't you, for fighting?
I knocked it off, so Campy is down to 4.
That's right. So that wasn't particularly successful. That wasn't very successful at all, was it? But that ends my turn.
All
So
right.
turn 24. You have no more reinforcements.
No, that's all the poor French get. Look how
Yes.
few units they actually have.
Yeah, but look what you're doing to me. I mean, the problem is I'm getting stuck up here in this back corner now because I'm unable to move because of your crazy attacks that you're doing on me. Okay, I've got your momentum gone.
All right, so I'm going to do a core move for the 2 cavalry.
Yep.
And all your guys stacked up behind Quatre Bras are all prepared, if I understand.
Prepared, not prepared. But you can't hit. You'll not hit those because they're.
Yeah, and I don't think I can hit them with Le Heritier either.
No, you can.
Okay.
You can charge through.
All right. Well, we may do that. Let me get Augustus situated here. Don't chew the dice straight. All right. I'm still going to do a core move for the 2 cavalry units.
Okay.
And I'm going to move them out of gunnery range of your prepared units. So just kind of move them back a little bit.
So you're doing what is basically a difficult move to take them out. Do you want them facing a particular way?
I would like them facing kind of straight to the south map edge.
So, like that?
No, a little closer, just outside of 2 from your. There you go.
Okay.
And the guard on the other side.
Okay, so there. Just push them back a little bit. There we go. All right.
All right.
We've seen the guard cavalry.
2.
That was 2, yeah.
Yeah. Now I believe I can't really use any more core moves because I only have 1 core.
Yeah, this is always a puzzler for me because these are also part of 2 core down here.
But I think that's the reason. If I kept them all in command range, I could, but they're all out of command range, which is why I think it's hard to do that.
But they're within command range of each other.
Yep.
Is what I mean.
All right.
They're still part of a course, so I'd allow you to,
All right.
to you know,
You're
these
very
three
generous.
there, and also
Let's
these.
do it. Let's do a core move for the 3 guys on the road. Those gentlemen there.
Yep.
I don't think I can do a. Let's see here.
You can only really do 1 base width, because that will only take you to just behind these. 2
Yep.
base width from where you are, unless you did a difficult move, but then you're only coming, this far forward anyway.
Yeah.
It's not very far.
All right. Well, let's do this. I got to do core before I do individual. So, I'm going to be done with core moves for now.
Okay.
Can we charge Lahertier into the those guys, please?
Yeah,
Thank you, sir. That takes me to 4.
Well, actually, no. I do apologise. You can't charge into woods if I've got any of my footprints in difficult in woods.
Okay. So you're cowering in the woods. I get it.
Yes, they're cowering in the woods, in Bosso woods. Yeah, if any of my footprints is in a woods, cavalry can't charge them.
Got it.
I think this was one of the many comments on my original video of Quatre Bras. Because you know me, Miles. I always get rules wrong.
Well, that's again. Okay, let's the guys on the road. I don't think I can do any more reserve moves with them because that's a one and done, right?
Yes, it is. It's pretty much done. And also, any further forward, they would be within sight.
Yeah.
These ones can. You can bring these up.
Yep. Let me bring those guys up. The 2 guys in the back.
So that would be another core move. So that would be 2 more points. So far
I've used 2 so far, other than talking so much. So I'm going to use 2 to move those guys up as close as they can get.
So it's going to be really there.
Yeah, perfect.
Their points.
That's 4.
So that's 4 you used.
Let's use another 3 to angle that guys on the road. Angle them to the gap between the guy. Yeah, right there.
You want to move them forward towards there, yes?
Yes, please.
Okay, so they'll be in an angle like that.
Yep, and then they'll just
follow on.
Yeah.
Your artillery are in the rough ground because they're in Jemico Farm, so do you want them just to come up the road behind, or are
just come on up the road?
Yeah, over there.
Oh, angle them towards the, they're going to angle towards the
they're
hill.
coming with them, yeah.
All right, that's 1, 2, that's 7.
That is 7.
I can continue.
You may continue.
All right, then let's take Lahertier and let's just advance him to turn him 45 degrees to your right, and he's just going to advance. I don't want to contact Quatre Bras. I just want to have him kind of move up there.
Just kind of like that?
Nope. I'm going to have him kind of move to join the other cavalry on that long flank there.
Don't know if you're going to
just leave him where he is. That's okay. We're done.
Okay, are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to get through that gap.
No.
No, he can actually, if you want him to.
Yeah, let's move him 3. So I don't want him to screen the artillery, because I'm going to shoot the artillery at your prepared positions.
Well, if he moves 3, he's there, so he's going to be directly in front of the artillery.
Let's move him back a little bit so the artillery is not screened. There you go.
Okay.
There, he can kind of pivot there, because he's hard to shoot at for infantry.
Yeah. Yeah, you half the dice when you're firing at cavalry. They're not great, and I can't fire at them anyway because I'm in Quatre Bras, aren't I?
Yep. All right. Well, I'm done.
Okay, so that's your movement over, isn't it then?
Yeah, and then I'm going to shoot my artillery. I think we do shooting first.
You do.
We'll shoot at the brigade right behind Quatre Bras, if you will allow me, sir.
Of course. These chaps here.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the, I think it's the Nassau. Let me just check. Tell you who you're firing at. Yes, it is the 2nd Nassau under Bernard. So
right,
you're on.
I've got 5 dice, and I've marked off my ammunition.
That's it.
And here's the die roll.
Hitting on sixes.
I have one hit.
One hit. Oh, that's enough almost. They're taking them down to 3 now. So you're pecking away at them if nothing else.
Yep.
I should put some smoke down, shouldn't I, to show the artillery firing. All about immersion. So we know who's fired. You've also got Campy as well. He can fire.
And he will.
Into Quatre
All
Bras.
4 of his mighty dice, but he gets an extra dice because he's a skirmisher.
Hang 1 second. Can't remember. You can't fire into urban, can you?
I can't shoot into only artillery can fire into an urban.
That's right. Yeah. So he can't actually. He can't hit anything. There's no. They're just in range actually.
All
That's out again.
He'll shoot them.
Yeah. Go on. I'll give you that.
All right. And since they're prepared, I think I get another dice. Or is that just artillery?
Just artillery, I think. No, it isn't. I think, yeah, shooting is you get an extra dice. But you are firing at skirmish range.
Yep, 6. So I got 4 for the elan, 1 for skirmish, 1 for prepared.
But you half them.
Oh, that's right, because you're prepared.
Skirmishing doesn't add a dice. What it does is allows you to re-roll to count a 5 as a 6.
Got it. All right. So am I halving my dice?
Half your dice, yeah, and then if you
3.
So any 6s and then a 5.
And nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
Useless.
2 4s and a 3.
Musketry is not the French strong point, is it?
Mm-mm.
What is a French strong point? Not much, really, is it? To be fair.
Oh, you British. The French strong point is they have very, very adorable coconuts.
Just to confirm, you had 10 dice.
Oh, it was a good turn. I should have done more.
Yeah. Should have kept pushing it. Okay, so that was turn 24 over. We've now got 5 turns left. This is my turn, so do I get anybody else? Yes, I do.
Of course you do. You get reinforcements like the rest of the game. It's so unfair.
This is the Brunswicks, 2nd Brunswicks. So these are coming in through the road of.
What do you think of this? It is unfair, isn't it? Yes, it is. That's enough. Come on.
Can't believe I'm getting trash talked by a dog. Okay, so my momentum. Oh, boxcar 6 and 6 is 12.
I think I'm going to re-roll one.
I thought you might.
All right, here we go. Close your eyes, Alex.
Oh, what is it? Okay. Right, I'm going to reposition Wellington. He's going to move up here a little.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to do a commander move with him. So that's going to take in all these guys here, as well as these Dutch. I'm going to turn these around. So that's cost me 1. And then I'm going to move these forward. So they're going to pivot. And then come forward to here. Same again. He's going to come through the Bosso woods and try and take you in the flank if we can. Apart from that, I'm doing nothing else. The problem is I've only got infantry here, and I need some cavalry to clear away your cavalry. That's causing me some problems. And I can't do any firing, can I? Because everything's out of range. Because you dastardly prepared your cavalry further back. So yes, that's me done.
All right.
That was a nice quick turn for you, wasn't it?
It was a nice quick turn.
So turn 26.
By the way, I rolled a 5, so you have plenty of.
Oh, 5. So 11 in total. I'm trying to run the clock down on you. I'm filibustering here.
Well, you're doing a good job because I've only got 3 turns left.
Absolutely. Right, just recording again. So I'm going to roll your momentum dice. Okay. I didn't know you could get 1 on 2 dice. Okay, Miles, over to you.
Oh, okay. You got my momentum dice, and you've been playing with my mind. Now I think I've got boxcars. All right. let's see here. If I hit you in the flank, what are my advantages for that? There is no flank for prepared positions.
No, there's no flank in a prepared position.
Right.
And pretty much everybody here that you can hit is prepared if you're talking about the guard cavalry.
Yeah. All right. We are going to start with a core move of the infantry group. All those guys that are in the center there. Yep, I think they're all within one base width.
Yes, they certainly
including
are.
Campy's damage brigade. He should be there.
That's right, yeah.
Right.
In fact, all of these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lahitia is separate, isn't it?
He's a separate unit, right. All right, so if we could pivot Campy.
Your guns are also in, and you know what? Yep. They are also in with these two as well. So everything here can move as a core move because you can reach all of them.
All right, so let's start with that. And the first one will be Campy. If I could pivot him, maybe 45 degrees to the southern part of the table, the woods, towards the woods.
So
just like that. Yeah, just like that. Yeah. Maybe a little bit less that way. Maybe a little more the other way, so that
facing.
Yeah, that neither group can flank him this turn.
Yes.
All right. Let's put the other two infantry units that are marching in column. Those two. Nope, the other two on the hill. There you go. Let's advance them towards Quatre Bras.
So, are you going to pivot them and move them?
Well, I'm just going to move. Well, I can't really do that because the cavalry's in the way. So I kind of march them forward.
So just a straight line forward, yeah?
Yeah.
2 base width?
Yep.
Okay, that'll push you there. Both of them?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, I'll squeeze you in there.
You're a most generous man. I will burn some points soon to get the cavalry out of the way.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see. That's 3. And let's move the 2 big guys up. Just move them straight ahead, please.
Just directly forward, yeah?
Yep.
1, and then 2.
Actually, hold on a second for that. I'm going to the damage brigade. Let's move him back 1.
If you're not within 2 base widths of the enemy, and you've got an open road, or basically a straight line ahead back to your start points, you can just withdraw those if you like.
Well, we'll keep them around.
Keep them around. Yeah.
I may need them at some point. Let's move them back. Get them out of the way. I'm using them kind of as a daisy chain part. All right.
Yeah.
And then I want those guys, the guys who just moved up. I kind of want to angle them over so they can get there, so they can get in without. There you go.
Let me put them back.
I'm trying to avoid the woods.
Okay, I'll get you. Just put them back where they were. So they were there. So you kind of want them.
Yeah.
More here.
Yep.
Something like that, and the other one will follow. Where one goes, the other one follows. And do you want Nay? Do you want him up with them?
Yeah, hold on a second. I may use Nay for something else.
Okay.
And so that's let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 indeed.
I can still move that artillery up.
You can.
Which I'd like to do. Just on the hill.
Okay.
Right there, so he can shoot at Quatre Bras eventually.
Yeah. He wants to be quick. He's only got a few more turns.
All right. So let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. May I continue?
You may. He says, just checking again. Yes, you may.
All right. Since it's time to actually see if we can take this town or not, I'm going to do another core move for the 2 cavalry.
Okay.
And the guard will hit the gentleman right behind Quatre Bras. Yep.
Okay. Fine. So that's
Campy will hit the other guys next to the guard.
Okay. So we've got 2 combats there then.
Yep. That's 8, 9.
You've got 6 on On the guard, that takes them.
Do I have any momentum left?
Oh yes, sorry, no, that's it. You're done. Momentum-wise, yes, you're done. You are on 8.
All right, I've managed to screen my guns.
Just show you. So you know no cheating. There you are. 8.
Yeah. Oh no, I trust you.
Millions wouldn't.
Well, Greg says I shouldn't, but I do. So let's see here. I've got. I don't think since Campy moved, he can't
Greg
shoot.
told me I'm going to kick your ass.
That's just mean.
So I don't know what's going on there. That's mixed signals. That's I think.
It is mixed signals. It is a little disappointing. All right, let's. I can't shoot my artillery because I managed to screen it. Let's do some charges.
Okay, let's just see what happens with prepared against cavalry charging against me.
I think I have my dice.
I think you have the dice. Yeah, I think you do. Yes, because it's rubbish, isn't it, for you?
Yeah. So I start with 6. I get an extra 1. I have it. I got 4 dice.
I see you round up. So I start with 3. I'm over strength, so I guess another 1, and I've also got guns, so that also gives me another 1. So it's 5 against 1.
Well, let's see what happens here.
Let's see what happens.
You should win.
Ooh, I've got 4 hits.
All right, I've got no hits.
Oh,
So you take a loss, and I take 2 losses.
that's right. You bounce off, facing away from me. So you're 2 away. And I'll just. We'll do that in a second because I'm having to reset up. I'll do it in a moment. Okay, so the guard cavalry can be broken by the looks of it. That's good.
So we're down to 4 for the guard cavalry.
Yes, you are.
All right.
So now we've got Pierre.
And Pierre, I think I just have 3 dice. I have 5.
5, half them, round them up. I have 6 for Kempt. They are steady, so that's another 1. I've also got the guns.
Yep.
So
well, you were going to win this battle because I have no hits.
I think so. No hits. So I just need a 1, don't I? Well, there we go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That would have been better if it had been me attacking into you, wouldn't it, really?
Yes. All right.
So I lose 1 anyway. So Kempt is down to 5 and Bernard is down to 2. You haven't killed them in square. So both of yours bounce off, facing away from the enemy. So you're there.
That's okay. Guess what we're going to do next turn?
Retreat them. Give up. Surrender. I am ready to start negotiating your terms. I don't mind. Ready when you are.
Right.
That's you done, isn't it? Oh no, firing. Have you got any firing? I don't think you have.
I don't. I screened my guns.
Everything moved as well, didn't it? Everything else that could fire. All right.
Turn 27.
Good, it's getting close, isn't it? Turn 27. Oh look, I've got even more coming in. This is why you need to be quick, don't you? Coming in from the road from Neville's. So these guys, again, the problem is it's just this traffic jam of units coming in.
Yeah, the units you get kind of at this point of the game don't really matter.
Yeah. They're just there to block things really at this point. Mainly my army. How does this compare? Now we're getting close to the end of the scenario. How does it compare to the other games of Blucher that you play?
Most games of Blucher, the French have a bit more of a numbers advantage. It's just the way the scenarios are laid out. And so, like, they've got, like the General Gennaro scenario, they've got just about everything on the table at the start. And so I think this one is probably, to be honest, a more realistic simulation of the battle, because it should be hard for the French.
Yes. Yeah, and also, I mean, the fact that it starts halfway through the day as well is another thing, isn't it? You're already late to the battle. So time is ticking away. You really have to act very quickly as the French in this one, and most of that is down to your momentum dice, isn't it? Really.
And I only had 1 bad turn of momentum dice. It was early, but that's how it plays. Have you rolled yours? Nope.
Not yet. Just about to.
Right.
Oh, 3 and a 1. So I've got 4.
I will. I actually think you should keep those dice.
I thought you might. Thought you might. So I'm going to do a commander one because it doesn't matter how many I do. It's where he is.
Yeah.
That is. I can activate everybody under his radius, can't I? It makes no difference. So I'm just going to go straight to Wellington, doing a commander. Can I? If I push him into the woods, actually, I'm going to move him, and then that means I also get to activate these guys as well at the back end. So movement. These are all staying prepared. You're going to get a charge through the woods into Campy. I'm going to move the Hanoverians through Bossell Wood to there, and then also going to bring forward Specht and his Brunswickers, and they're going to get to there, so they're piling down the road. They can't move because they just arrived, and I can't fire with anything because, oh no, you are just in range actually with these ones here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to fire with these at the cavalry. I don't think it's going to do anything because I half the dice anyway, don't I?
Yeah.
So I'll do the firing first. So we've got Bernard of the Nassau. He starts with a 2, over strength, has the extra dice for the cannon, but he is at skirmish range, so it's halved anyway, so it goes down to 2. So 6s, 5 and a 3, so that's a nothing. And then we've also got over here Kent. He's starting on a 5, goes up to a 6 because he's got attached guns, and he's got skirmish, so he can re-roll, or he can use one of his 5s as a 6, but we half it, so that takes me down to 3. And 4, 3 and a 1, so nothing. So you've got to fly with there. The next attack is this one here. You see that?
Yeah.
With Halket attacking into Campy. You are on 4.
I've got 4.
You got 4.
Do I get a benefit for the terrain? Or that hurts you?
I think he does. Yeah, I get a -1, don't I?
Yeah.
So I'm starting with a 6. I get 1 for the gun, but then a -1 for the terrain. So we are 6 against 4. 4, 5, 6. 4.
I have 3 hits, 3 successes.
I have 4 successes.
All right.
So I win.
I will take a hit.
You take a hit, and you move back. I take a hit as well. You fall back, but you can't fall back because you've got all those in the way, so you fall all the way back here.
Which actually is not a bad outcome for them.
Yeah,
they're banged up.
Harm's way, hasn't it, really? I can follow up, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stop where I am. Coward. Look what's facing him.
Come on. With a real British... Come on. Yeah, this is very ahistorical.
I don't like this trash talk. I wish your power would go down again. Okay.
I think you can just mute me.
That's one way to do it. Okay, that was my turn 27, so turn 28 for you. You've got 2 more turns, Niles, and you still haven't even cleared this road yet.
Yeah. Well, I'm never going to clear the road because you got those guys hiding way down there.
I would have thought you may have wanted to send one of the cavalry down because, to be honest, they're relatively easy to deal with. Okay.
Yeah, but they're prepared against cavalry.
Yeah, they are prepared, but...
It's momentum dice because you'd be using 2 momentum dice all the time. So.
That's true. That is true. So anyway, I've got your momentum.
All right. Let's see here.
What do you want to do?
I'd like to do a corps move with the 9th Division, Gautier and Jamin. I'd like to see if I could charge into Quatre Bras.
Okay, so Gautier and Jamin.
Yep.
It's going to be a tough one, that, because you've got the cavalry in the way.
Yep. All right, then I got a different plan.
Yeah.
Let's get that. I'm gonna. Let's see here.
The problem is you can pivot, but there's not enough space for you to get in there.
Yep.
One of them can. Well, actually, no.
Well, if I get that cavalry out of the way, so I have to use a commander move to get them to charge in. If I get that cavalry out of the way.
But also with charging as well, you've got to be within that 45-degree arc, remember?
Oh, you're right. You're right.
So you've got to pivot anyway. So this turn you're moving to pivot, I would have thought.
All right. Well, why don't we do this? The cavalry can't charge the guys to the south because they're in woods. Yep.
Yep. No, they're in woods. Yeah, so they're untouchable by your cavalry.
All right. Well, I'm going to do a core move, and for Bowden and Soy, I think Bowden can. The first unit there can charge the guys in the woods. They should be able to hit them.
Yes, they're just within the 45, so yes, you can.
I don't think they can hit Quatre Bras. I think that's just out of range.
No, you could hit it on that corner.
All right, let's hit that. Let's have them charge into Quatre Bras.
Okay, so that'll be a slight pivot and then a hit there. Yeah, they're hitting there. That's fine.
All right, let's bring the other guys up right behind them.
So
angle them off a little bit. There you go.
Like this.
Yeah.
So that's cost you 2 so far.
All right. And I can't bring those infantry in now.
Which ones? These here?
Well, yeah, yeah.
These 2 are really damaged, by the way.
Yeah. Let's go with the guys on the hill. I have to pivot them to get them into action.
Yes.
Those 2, yeah.
Yeah.
So why don't we do a pivot them and move so they can charge into Quatre Bras next turn.
Okay, so like this.
Yeah, and then move a little closer.
Well, they're definitely within range there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I can get as many guys piled in there as possible next turn.
Yeah, I understand. Yes, they'd both be. If I do them like that, you'd be able to hit both edges.
All right. And let's take. So that's 4.
That's 4.
May I continue, sir?
You may.
Let's spend 2 and have Blucher kind of move across the road and get out of the way.
So you just want him piling forward, do you? With 4?
Yeah. Just so, but he's kind of, so that when I can pivot and charge him into, I'm going to do a complex move so I can actually change his facing. So move him 2. There you go.
Do you want him something like this?
Yeah. That way he can charge in next turn.
Yeah. He's clip-clopped forward and he's got to there. Yeah.
All right. So I think I'm up to 6.
You are.
I'm going to spend 2 to send the 2 cavalry units into the guys in the rear.
These 2 cav here?
Yeah.
These are facing away, remember?
Oh, we'll just
so
have them turn
they
around.
have to pivot. And also we're on 2 individual moves now.
That's right.
So
Let's pivot the guard.
If you want to, you can do them as core moves. I'll let you do that.
All right.
So you're turning them like this. Is that what you?
Yeah.
So you're just pivoting them. So that will cost you. That's 2, and then you did the Hertier move, and he's moved to here.
Mm-hmm. That's 6.
Yeah, you're okay. Carry on.
Yep. All right. Let's see here. Where are my 2 artillery units? I think I've managed to screen them the entire game.
You have. There's one on the top of the hill here.
Well, they're over the hill. They should be able to shoot over stuff.
Yes, you can. I mean, there is dead ground on this. I think. Now that the cavalry and everybody's milling out of the way, I'll fire into Quatre Bras at this point. It's unfair not to from just.
Well, I can't fire into Quatre Bras because I'm assaulting it.
Oh yes, you are, aren't you? Yeah. Okay, well you can fire again at the Nassau behind, which you fired.
We'll shoot at the Nassau. I don't know if the other artillery unit can see them or not. You tell me.
I'd say no. They're on the back slope, I think.
All right.
Currently.
Well, then let's move those guys up a little bit if we can to get them up.
Okay. I think they probably need one more move to get them onto the top of the slope. They're still on that back.
All right.
I would think.
I probably should have just given that you get the. I forgot that you get the artillery advantage in combat. I should have just broken them up.
Yeah, I find that attaching artillery to units is just you get better bang for your buck
Yeah.
than the artillery batteries. Batteries are quite
Excellent.
fragile.
So I'm going to fire 4 into the guys in the rear,
That's right.
which goes down to 2.
Why
Looking for
2?
6s, if I understand. Here we go. That is not a 6.
Why are you
Missed.
firing? Why 2?
Roll 2 and I got 2 1s.
Why are you only rolling 2 though?
Because I thought they're prepared, right? Oh,
They're prepared. No, you get a +1, don't you, for firing into?
I get +1. So I'll roll the other 3 dice.
Yeah. Don't do yourself any bad
Ooh,
things.
2 hits.
2 hits.
I got a 5 and a 6. I don't know if the 5 counts.
5 doesn't count unless it was heavy artillery because you're at long range. But you have taken me down to 1 on Bernard. You almost broken another unit there. Wow, that was close. So yeah, they're down to 1. So I'm going to have to get them off the table, I think. Because they're not going to survive another cavalry charge.
Yep.
And I think that's coming next, isn't it?
Let's do our assault.
Assault on Quatre Bras itself. Let's have a look. I guess my dice. Anyway, by the way, you had 9 momentum. So quite a lot. Right, let's top them up then. So you've started with 7.
And I am over strength, so I go to 8.
That's right. I am starting on 6. I'm damaged. I've got the gun. You also -1 because you're attacking into the
back to 7.
Back to 7, yeah. I've got steady, so that gives me another 1. However, I'm under strength, so that's 1 off. But I am also in the garrison, so that gives me 2. So I'm currently on 9 against how many have you got?
7.
So let's have a look. 1, 2. I've got 4.
I've got 4.
4v4. So you lose because the attackers always lose the draw. Do you lose 2, Ilan?
I don't think so, but I'm not sure.
Just want to, have you got the rules in front of you?
I do have the rules in front of me.
What happens with a draw? It always makes for good videoing, doesn't it, when people are looking at rules?
Well, we could always pause it and make ourselves look really smart.
If defender equaled or outscored this attack, take 2 fatigues.
I take 2. All right. Yes. Which one is it? Baden or Soy?
That is Baden. So he's down to 5 now. So he bounces back. But you do bounce off facing towards me, so you're just back there. Okay, I think
your last turn.
Yes, it is, isn't it? God, yes, so turn 29 then. You think you can win this one, Miles?
No, I can't win. I can play for a tie, maybe.
Okay, I've got 1 more.
And yet more reinforcements.
Just the last one. It's the Domberg's 3rd Cavalry Brigade. They can't really do a great deal apart from just sit there and look at you because they just arrived. So I get to roll my dice, don't I?
Yeah.
Let's see what I get. A 5 and a 1.
All right, I'm going to re-roll that 5.
You go for it.
All right, I'm done.
Right, well, I am going to use Wellington again.
Surprisingly.
Of course. First of all, Halkett is charging into Soy, because why not?
Good luck. No, it's a smart thing to do because it will soak off some elan from me no matter what.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I'm tying you up as well. That's the thing. Even if I don't win, it's like you say, I'm taking down your elan and also just keeping you checked at this point. Have I got any others I can do? Now then, I don't think I can get Bernard off because, unfortunately, I think you're.
You got to be outside of 2 base widths.
That's right, and you're in 2 base widths, so you're actually on top of me there. So I can't do a great deal. Can't do anything with those. all I can do is just hope that I win against you. But I suppose I could lose a brigade at this point. It doesn't really.
Oh, you've only lost 2, so you got plenty of room.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm going to shove forward the Hanoverians. They're going to come forward. Just one base width there to there. Wellington will just sun himself there. And I think I'm done with that for the moment.
Well, actually, I rolled a 6, so I improved your odds.
6, wow, okay, so that went up to 7 then. Yeah, that was better. Thanks, Miles. You're a pal. So this is the state of Quatre Bras itself at the moment. If you can see that. Basically, we've got the French are surrounding us completely on this side, but I am managing to hold it a little bit here. I think you've got your work cut out for you on this one, Miles.
I do.
Honest.
Let's do our assault. Will you have any shooting?
No. Oh no, I can't.
You can.
I may as well. Oops, drop that camera. Let's just get that set up. So yes, I'm gonna do firing again at your cavalry from the.
I gotta get the dog out of the roses.
Okay.
Come here, you. What are you doing here? All right.
Okay. Right. So we have the attack by Hellcat into Soy. So you're starting on a 7, and you.
And I go to an 8.
You're 8, yes, because you got a strength. Whereas I'm starting on a 5. I've got guns, so that takes me up to 6. I'm in rough, so that takes me down to 5. And I think that's it.
All right, let's get 8 successes.
This might be a bit of a gamble on my part. 2 hits.
I got 3.
3, so you win. I lose 2, you lose 1. But as you say,
bounce off.
I am soaking up your elan, yes, and I bounce off facing away from you.
Yep.
I can't stop there, so I get pushed all the way back into Bossar Woods. Run away! So that's the end of my turn. That was my last turn, wasn't it? Actually, yes.
It's your last turn.
Turn 29. So over to you, Miles. Let me roll your MO for you. And see
I'll roll mine. Oh, look, I got help.
Oh, is that good or is that bad? Over to you.
I'm going to do a core move because I think everybody in the core is together.
Yeah,
outside of Pierre, the light cavalry on the far may be outside of the base, but because the guard cavalry doesn't count.
No, the guard is part of your corps.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
that's right. It's Lahertier.
Yes, Lahertier is not.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody is within one base width. So
let's take.
Is this last move madness? Is it?
It is last move madness. Let's take Soy and have him pile into Quatre Bras.
Okay.
But he's going to stay as far to your right as possible.
So somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess.
Let's take another infantry unit. Let's take the guys right at the hill there. They're going to pile in.
They're in.
Yep. And then the 3rd infantry unit will pile in also.
Okay. Nasty.
All right, and then that's 3.
But it doesn't really matter because the core move, you can move everybody anyway, can't you?
Oh, I know, but I'm trying to figure out my sequence of how I'm doing stuff because I want to try to get Lahertier and all this stuff.
Yeah.
If I can. Because I'm going to have Lahertier hit that unit with a 1.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'm going to have I'm going to have the guard cavalry, which I'm down to 4, 5, so I'd be 3 against 1.
Yeah.
All right. So
you only need to knock
let's have
off.
the guard come in and hit that guy.
I was going to say they're gone basically. Because they're going to lose the line anyway.
No matter what.
Yeah.
And can I get both Pierre and Lahertier to hit that infantry unit, the unit on the road? I don't know if it's infantry or not. I can't tell.
This one here, I
Look,
don't. There's not enough
the
space.
one behind it. The one behind it.
This is cavalry.
Okay.
I don't think there's enough space even there.
All right.
Let's
Let's
see.
just have look. No.
If you're staying on the table, yeah, only Pierre could get him.
Can Lahertier get him? If I do it, because I've got 4.
Oh, he can certainly get in. Yeah, he definitely can get in.
All right, I'm going to end my core moves. I've used 4. May I continue?
You may continue.
I'd like to use 2 to send Lahertier in to hit that cavalry unit on the road.
Okay, they have smacked them. Right, so you just need to bounce them off. You've already won 1 automatically anyway. But we'll roll for it anyway because we need to see how much damage is done to you because you might get bounced off.
All right, I think that's it.
You might be able to snatch defeat out of the jaws of victory here, Miles. You never know.
Well, that would not be my objective. So.
Okay, which one are you starting with?
Why don't we do the cavalry one first?
Cav versus Cav, yeah. Right, so I've got 6, and that's it, and you have got 7 and 6.
I've got 7. I've got shock,
That's
and
it.
I've got Kellerman. Does Kellerman add a die or not?
No, he doesn't. He's just a hero, so he just you can rally with him.
I'm hitting with 8.
Yeah, hit him with 8. I have got 4.
I did pretty well.
What did you
I
get?
have 7.
7. Oh, so that's 3 on me. 1, 2, 3. You lose 1.
Yep.
I am forced back, so that's another unit broken. So you've now broken 3 allied units. Do you want to follow up?
No, I think we'll just stay there.
You want to stay there? A good idea.
Well, yeah, and I'll cut the road. It'll be a symbolic victory of cutting.
Yeah, you may as well, haven't you?
Yep.
So yeah, if you got.
And then on the
running amok.
The guard cavalry, I got 4 dice. I have shock. I go down to 3 dice because you're in that nasty.
That's
okay.
Right. I start with 1. I've got the gun, so that takes me up to 1. I'm over strength, so that takes me up to 3 as well. So that's it. 3 against 1. You're on 2, are you?
Yeah.
3 hits.
All right, you got 3?
Yep.
I got 1, so I take 2. You take 1, and I'll bounce off.
You do, but you destroyed another one. So let's just bounce them back to where they were.
Not ready to retire those gentlemen.
So you've now killed 4 units.
All right, and then the big fight.
You can't, unfortunately for you, you can't win at this point on an army breaking point.
Nope.
But you might be able to get a draw if you can capture Quatre Bras in this turn. I've got a feeling you're probably going to be honest.
I got a bucket load of dice coming in.
You have. So let's count up yours. You've got Gauthier's is 6.
Yep.
Jamin is 6. And Soy is also 6.
Plus 1 because he's overstrength.
He's overstrength, yes, that's 7. However, you get -3 off that because you're attacking into difficult ground. I start on 5. I am under strength, so that drops me down by 1. However, I'm steady, so that puts me up by 1. I've also got the guns, so that puts me up by another 1. And I am in the terrain as well, in Quatre Bras itself. So that's 8 in total for me.
And I've got 16 net.
16, wow. Okay. Let's go for that, shall we? See what happens. And I have rolled 1, 2, 3 successes.
All right, here's my first 8.
First 8.
5. I may be able to kill you. So I've got 5. I have another 8 to go.
Whoa. Yeah, you just need to take 5 off them and they destroyed another.
Yep. Here's the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lot.
So what are you on?
10 hits.
10 hits. Okay, I've taken 3, so that's 7 hits on me. So they have literally disappeared. You destroyed them. You destroyed Pack, the 9th Brigade. So you've killed your 5th Brigade. The Allies. I am assuming you're moving into Quatre Bras.
I am. I'll move that unit in the. Let's see who's got the most. Well, it doesn't matter. I'll move the unit.
It doesn't
in the
matter
middle.
at this point.
Yeah.
Should we just move the middle one in? You're happy with that? Yeah, they all lose 1. But you've captured Quatre Bras. That ends your turn.
And the game.
The game. Absolutely brilliant. So that is actually a draw. Because you've captured Quatre Bras, but you haven't captured the road. So of the 2 objectives, you have done particularly well. So it's a tough one, isn't it?
It is a tough one.
That's how the table looks at the moment. It's very, very tough for the French because you have to move up very quickly. Let me just put this back up here so I can face the face.
We have a dog incident. I'm going to try to get on camera here for you. This is what happens when your dog loses a game or doesn't win. He throws the fit.
There you go. Is that dog for flipping the table?
That's right. This is not a toy.
Brilliant.
I told you, man, if we didn't win, it's going to get ugly here.
You were right, and he did. Got very ugly, very quickly. Brilliant. That was excellent, that, Miles. Did you enjoy that?
I had a blast, Alex. Thank you very much. I know it's an awful lot of work to run a game on a remote basis because you're essentially doing all the movement and all that. And I thought you did a spectacular job.
Oh, thank you very much.
It was a real privilege to be able to play with you. And now that we have a tie, I think we have to play again because one of us has to win eventually.
Absolutely, I think it's only fair that we go into overtime, isn't it? And we see who can win again. Maybe swap sides.
I think swap sides. I think it would be fun to be the British.
Yeah. It's not your usual side, is it? Really, the British.
Yeah, no. I think I'll have a hard time attacking the French. I'll feel guilty. So that may be an advantage.
Yeah, you'll just stop short of the actual bayonet charge. No, best not leave them alone.
They're so nice.
Have you played virtual games before?
I played a few, and I hosted a bunch at the beginning part of the pandemic, and we ended up kind of moving away from tabletop games to Vassal, the hex encounter games. That was just a lot easier user interface wise.
It is, isn't it? The thing is, I think with that, with a board game where you've got hex spaces or specific spaces, it's a lot easier to see how you want things to move. It's a bit more free and easy when you're playing a game, a war game, a tabletop war game.
Yes. But it's just nothing beats the visual aspects of the miniatures on the tabletop. And I think the way you based your units, I never really was that confused about placement. And so I think this worked out really well. And your miniatures just are spectacular. It's just fun to look at.
Cheers, thank you. I mean, I guess from having the bird's eye view of the table like this, it looks like a large battle going on as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I've not really been able to watch it because I've been obviously around the table. Looking at it from a TV screen is a bit different, isn't it? I mean, the games I've played with virtual LARD, it's the same. You feel like I think it definitely adds a lot to the confusion and the friction of the game, which I don't think is a bad thing at all. I like that in Wargaming.
No, I think this was a funner Napoleonic game. They didn't have complete control.
No, of course not. Once they're out of eyesight, they're gone, aren't they? You got to rely on what the officers down in the weeds are doing, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, and I think you were wise. I should have just broken up the artillery. They're not that useful as batteries.
Not in this particular game because you've got to get them forward. That's the problem. Yeah. I mean, I gave you the choice, but you took whichever. I played this scenario a couple of times, so I would have broken the artillery up. But if you've not played it before, you don't know that. But yeah, I mean, well, that said, you can actually get the artillery onto the back if you read the notes of the scenario. If you look at the back hill, you can actually fire over the top of the other hill as well because they're two different levels. But there is I think 2 base widths of dead ground just behind the second set of hills, the northern set of hills. But you can't.
Well, I think also it's 24 inches range, so I run out of time. So I'm just looking at my dog going crazy here. Now he's gone.
Whereas you see, my cat is just sat quietly on the chair just behind me.
He's just waiting to pounce on the French. But yeah, breaking five British units is not a bad day's work.
Absolutely, I think that first one when the cavalry, when they basically just piled off the table first of all, that was quite a shock from my point of view. I thought, oh god, it's instantly my reserve has just disappeared. All it's done is cleared up a space for somebody else to come in. But
and losing that cavalry that early, let me move my infantry really without a lot of threat.
Yeah. Because the cavalry, they're good for pinning the infantry down in Blucher.
Yeah.
They're not good against infantry, but they're very good for threatening the infantry, and that's
which is historically how they should behave.
Yeah, so, exactly. They shouldn't be able to charge everything and destroy it, as you saw. I mean, you bounced off those squares several times before you broke one of them.
Yeah, that
was a unit that had been in combat from the start anyway, wasn't it? Really, that was the Nassau. Well, brilliant. Well, thank you very much, Miles, for partaking in that. I've really enjoyed it.
Alex, it was an absolute pleasure. I look forward to gaming again.
Yeah.
And now we're tied. My French arrogance there.
We're going to have to see the end of that at some point. Perhaps, I don't know, maybe if you guys could organise something like an American Civil War game, I'd be happy to do that.
We will take that on as a to-do. I will warn you, we'll probably use Altar of Freedom because we're contractually obligated.
And you've got to mention it in every.
Hey, did I mention Altar of Freedom? It's a great set of rules.
You want to tell us?
It is a fun set of rules.
Yeah, I've never played it. So American Civil War is just one of those things that it's never. I don't have a great interest in it because I don't know much about it, but I know it's a big wargaming period, especially in America, obviously.
Well, because of the cultural aspect, a lot of people know it. It's actually a little bit boring because it's just infantry and artillery. Cavalry is just mounted infantry. So you don't get the rock, paper, scissors you get with Napoleonic games.
Yeah.
Which I find is the most interesting part. But it's still a lot of fun. But it's like your English Civil War. It's really interesting for you. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you say it's interesting for me. I don't know anything about it either.
Just go with the story. Don't worry about the truth, Alex. Just go with the story.
I know it happened, and that's as much as I know.